All right, welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever, Genesis Logistics. That's kind of what I'm calling my company. I know at the end of the last episode, I told you I wasn't going to add anymore. We're going to work on efficiency, and I did some looking around, and we kind of had to add some to make this more efficient. We are looking at one of our new lines. And it didn't take all that much, but I needed more planks. That was very apparent to me. Even with all the wood that we had going on, this was we're going to need to add another sawmill to our tool factory to kind of help that get going. So what I did is, obviously we came up here to New Jersey. I couldn't justify as much as I wanted to putting this in a train. So we have about 15 cars. It seems like we're pretty much solid on the to and from part on this. So I'm going to leave that as is. I might add like 2 or 3 more cars, but as far as we're concerned right now, this is pretty good. We're operating just a little under 200, but that's also, we're trying to build these guys up. This one is definitely starting to get there. This is a brand new line, just got the trains added, all that stuff, so we're still trying to sort this out. That also being said, I came over here, added the Connecticut Forester. We're working on obviously building this guy up. Very slow process there, so that'll take some time to get that going. But it's all in hopes to get everything else beneficial. So once planks get made here, we are shipping them way down here. And instead of trying to hook this into another one, I just decided, you know what, it'd be simpler if we have a tool factory going right here. So for the time being, we're shipping directly to and not getting anything out of it. That may change when we get tools going, but this was in hopes of to like boost all this up so that one, we're producing a lot of tools, because obviously we're using a lot of tools over here at the Washington. I want to call this a distribution center because for all intents and purposes, that's pretty much what it is. And you gotta love the autosave. So as this is figuring out how to save this massive file, we are looking at this and going, okay, loading everything up. Obviously we're getting helping them out, so we're not necessarily needing to ship as many planks over. Because we have so many tools that we've got to send over. Like, we've got almost 600 tools needing to go to Georgia and beyond. So what I'm actually going to do is, this is a Georgia line, so I feel like we should probably, that is a lot of trains. Yauchamama. Maybe not. Or what we can do is, I'm going to come over here. We're going to adjust these 3. And I'm going to get rid of these engines. We're going to come over here to all steam. And then we're going to add bigger engines to these. So we'll add one to that, add one to that, and then add one here. And then we're going to go to cargo types. Let's go over here to tools. Probably have to go to the cargo wagons. And let's add a few more ones to these. That way they're able to actually kind of compete with the other lines as they were. I don't need that many. And then that should help these guys kind of start shipping out some of these tools. Because obviously we're coming in here and doing that kind of thing. I did also come in here, and as stupid as this looks, and probably is to some degree, I basically, what I did is I added another station here, and then we got this going with basically 4 trains, but we're able to do 2 different things, because then if it comes over here, it's got a freebie. We also have another train coming into here. Like I said, I'm just trying to get to the point where these guys are actually producing, because we're still trying to get to that 800 mark with this. But in hindsight, that was kind of trying to get there anyway. And doing this, I basically moved the transport going around this forester so that we didn't have to build a bridge or go under whatever. It was just simpler to just make it a little bit longer, and then that way this is free and we're able to kind of go at our own pace. Obviously, you see I had to add this, because if not, I'm sticking something off here and we're making this very confusing. Yeah, that was bound to happen. So what we're going to do, yeah, this was obviously bound to happen just because of the length of train that we had going on here. Oops. There we go. Let's actually, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this stop sign, if I can just highlight that. And what I'm going to do is kind of come in here like this, and it should fit together nicely. That way we can put signals here. Put signals here. And this should, if I did this correctly, yes. So then we can come here, manage vehicles, manage line, and then I need to figure out which, this one is Georgia, so then we'll be able to do these 2. And then that way, if someone comes in, obviously we gave them enough space. Hopefully this works. So now with the 3 bigger trains that we have going on, we should be able to just kind of help these, especially if another train comes in. We're in a much better kind of spot as far as that is concerned. I think that'll work. I did mess around with making this bigger. It didn't work out in the way that I wanted it to, so we're kind of stuck with this, because the only way I can really change this is I'm going to have to like build out here and do some weird things, and I'm like, I don't know if that's going to be beneficial to us. We can close this down. Obviously the loading speed's going to be slower with these trains because they don't you want basically one car length to kind of stick out over the station, and then since it doesn't, it kind of hinders it just a little bit. So that's kind of but I also did forget, in the sake of trying to get oil, I gotta find it now. All right, here it is. All right, so what I also ended up doing, sorry, my nose was itching. All right, so we have this well station and refinery just outside of Connecticut. Obviously, Connecticut doesn't need fuel. I'm hoping it kind of stays that way. But anyway, so we got this well, obviously tracking cars this way to this well refinery. We have a train that then drives all the way to New Jersey. It drops off the refined oil, and then once the New Jersey train comes that's dumping fuel, we'll then pick up the refined oil, take this all the way to Georgia, where then we have a boat that will then pick it up and then take it to the Midland Bay or dock, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be not these ones. I did go and upgrade the new one of our lines. So I want to say that this one is our Midland Georgia oil gears. So sometimes it picks up the oil, sometimes it picks up the gears. It really just, I feel like, depends on the load. But the Midland Oil Georgia is just strictly picking up this stuff. And then shipping it way over here, obviously dropping it off, having a grand old time with that. We still haven't maxed this out yet. We're kind of waiting on a few things, but in also doing that, what I did, for better or worse, is I came over to this weird island, obviously built a train station, so we're loading oil, and then we're dropping that sucker off right here. Then these boats are then loading them up, which it's taken a little bit of time. I wanted to kind of get some of these lines set up because, in all honesty, it's when you're dealing with boats, you're dealing with a very slow moving object. So we are slowly starting to build suppliers. We're looking at that. So if you look at suppliers, we have a buttload of suppliers, and that's just off the charts. Then I want to say, if we come over here to this fuel refinery suppliers, we'll have two of them, because we also have the Connecticut oil well that we're sending refined fuel over here, and it's just getting picked up and then shipped this way with the other refined fuel. I felt like that was the best way to do that, instead of having the refined fuel be dropped off here and then also picked up. It just makes sense, especially if they're doing other things. So we're going to keep that the way that is. I kind of want to come over here and see how this is doing. We're still slowly growing. This is gonna take a couple of years to kind of cement and get that stapled together, because I don't know if this one's going to, well, we got a couple of more. So this one is, once we get to 700, then we'll be able to go to 800. And I mean, if you're talking about tools, like, that is a buttload of tools, man. So, man, I really wish my nose would stop bothering me right now. Yeah, we're working pretty hard on getting this figured out, set up, and obviously working as effective as humanly possible. And in the hopes of, when we come over here, we are doing a fantastic job as far as getting everything going. These couple of trains have probably helped us out in a large way. We just got to get these planks going because obviously we've tapped out at 800. We're not shipping out as much as I feel like we should, but we're still in a good spot. Where's this sucker at? I want to say it's over here somewhere. 'Cause you're getting gears. Did this factory close? What the living crud? It's not supposed to close. It closed on us? What in the living... What? That has never happened to me before. Like, I get why this one's closing because we're not using it. But that doesn't make any sense. Oh, you... What? Like... Alright, now I'm sort of peeved. Now I'm kind of upset. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie about that one. Oh my gosh. Has that ever happened? Like, yes, I get that I have, like, these things closing on occasion, but that means, like, this one, we're obviously not using it, so it makes sense if, like, it closed. We're not drawing from it, we're not using it, it makes sense, right? Like, that's how we're doing business. But this one, it was supplying, like, 8 other cities. It was supplying this, it was supplying New York. Wasn't supplying you. It was supplying DC. It was supplying Massachusetts. We hadn't moved it down here, but, like, I mean, shoot, we're supplying a couple of cities, so it would, like, anger. Yeah. Now we have to go further, and we have to go over. We actually have to go over things now. Alright, so you're gonna watch me build this because we have to do something. And I don't even know how we're going to do this because this is going to jack everything up. Okay. Alright. All right, so yeah, we're going to see how this just completely goes sideways on you. All right. Oh man, I'm like, I really wish that I could think right now, but I can't. Because I'm just that like bewildered, you know, like that just, it doesn't. All right, we're gonna use this one. Alright, so we have to come straight across here. Trying to go under the bridge. That's another train track. Let's build this up. Build this down. Not exactly what I wanted to be doing this episode, I can tell you that much. And that is complete garbage. I'm pretty sure this is on the wrong side. All right. There we go. Let's get in close so we can figure this out. Perfect. All right. I think we can get away with this. All right. Because I gotta bring... Oh man, I can't even imagine. I really wish I would have seen this earlier. This would have helped me out a great deal. Okay. Alright, let's get rid of all this. Don't want to be paying taxes on that. Alright, so then that goes up over there. Then I need to get a train moving with us on this side. Outer side, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, the amount of building I'm having to do on this sucker is just completely stupid. In all my days playing this game, I have never had this problem. And I'm going to talk about this because that greatly annoyed me. And all this extra work that we're having to do. Why aren't you working? Alright, and then oh man. So, now that we get to deal with this. Oh man, oh man. Okay. Now let's go and manage line. All right, so we're gonna go 1. Okay, so this is drop off. Actually, we're not gonna do that. Alright, so this is 1, then 2, and then 3. And then we're going to go back through and hit this one. Alright, so 1. How are we doing this? Alright, Connecticut needs gears and bread. Alright, and this is where we're going to pick up the gears. Alright, so manage line. So 1, we are picking up, we are loading gears, and we're going to do 50%. Once we get it, come on, there we go. All right, and then we're going to go to number 2, where we're going to load food to 50%. And then we're going to get to 3, and we're going to unload gears and bread. Oh no, I have tools. We're gonna unload gears and bread, and then we're going to go to 3 or 4, and we are going to load bread. And then once we get to 1, we are then going to unload okay, so let's make sure we got this right. 1, loading gears, unloading bread. Okay. Then 2, which is up here, we are loading bread. Great. And then 3, which is up there, we are unloading gears and bread. Sweet. And 4, we pick up a full load of bread, drop it off at, and then we go back to 1, where we are unloading bread and picking up gears. Awesome sauce. Now, I gotta find my stupid Massachusetts line. This one. Put this the way of the dodo. Add a station. Okay, we're gonna do this, where we're gonna start this off. We're gonna load 50% of that, right? Then we are going to do this, which is going to be 50% of steel. Once we get the right thing, and then we're going to truck that down through here to here, where then we are going to unload both parties. We're also going to load this. Beautiful. And then we're going to come through here. And we are going to unload that. And then we're going to go to Washington, where we're also going to unload that. All right, move you. Move you. Because when you mess with the tracks and all the other junk, it jacks everything up, and then everything becomes a little frail and sensitive and all that other stuff, so yeah, there we go. There's our new line. And imagine that, it only took us like 20 minutes to figure out what the living crud went down right there. Oh, that was frustrating. And that makes sense because, like, when I was working on the other stuff, this line, like, there was so much planks right here, it was nuts. And that was also another reason of why I added the New Jersey line to this, was because as much as we're still using planks to make tools, I'm going to call them tools, we're also needing planks to make other things like the gears and whatnot. So like I needed this over here to kind of get some relief and some help from up north. That way this one could also help the gear site, which I mean obviously turned to bite us in the butt, but I mean it is what it is. We'll make it through it. That wasn't necessarily one of the things I wanted to focus on. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. If anybody if any of you have a mustache, you understand what I'm talking about. I need a trim. All right, so did we drop off anything? We didn't drop off Jack. We didn't pick up Jack. All right. Do you have anything for us? You don't have anything. Why do you not have anything? We don't have any coal. Why do we not have any coal? We don't have any coal trains. What is going on with this game? Okay then. Apparently we just got rid of all of our coal trains. I can't even express what is happening right now. What? I don't even know, man. Like, what? This game just went, I'm breaking right now. So we're going to send these in there. Hopefully they catch back up. I'm not even sure what went down because obviously my time isn't going forward. So there is really no need. Okay. Yeah, I know. 29. And we're going to sell that one. Because, like I said, I don't even know what's happening with this game right now. I didn't delete them. I don't know what did. They just went poof, and that was all they needed. So we're going to get this one going again, because why not? Making that might have been it. I don't know why it would have done it all of a sudden, but that would then make more logical sense. Is this, we stopped producing tools because we stopped producing gears, because we stopped producing steel. When we stopped producing steel, then obviously problems started happening and being created. Actually, we're going to go to manage this one, and I'm going to sell this because we're going to need a minute to kind of boost this back up. And obviously we have 8,000 worth of coal or ore. So we'll start boosting this one back up, and like this one's at like level 0. Like it didn't even get up to like level 2. Which is a little crazy to me because this should have been bumping and grinding for a minute now. Well, it would make sense if you were on the right track. Right. Here's what we're going to do. And then we're going to go over here. Same thing. We can probably get away without these last two. I know. Tracks. Let me back this one up just a little bit. Of course not. Why would this game want to work with me? There we go. There we go. That'll work. And then when we come to the configurement line, that's number 1. So then we can do this, and that should work out nicely. Let that just kind of fix itself for a minute. because that's going to be can't believe we went this long without having a problem over here. Alright, that should work out just fine. This is number 4. You can use 1 or 2. And then 4 goes to Massachusetts, which I also believe we are supposed to load up bread. And then when we get to Washington, unload bread. I also believe that Washington also needs bread. Yes. I don't know how well this is working out. We have had to deal with problems among problems. Alright, are we even getting anything? We're getting planks. How's the steel working? Alright, we have this. We're starting to make steel. I don't even know at this current point in time. Oh my Lanta, this wasn't even remotely what I wanted to be doing today. Instead of kind of doing some of this stuff, I ended up having to like fix lines that were deleted, gone, and just completely vanished. How are we doing? Alright. So we just need to work on this part, which obviously we need train number uno. This one right here. Have more planks, I guess. Or more things to actually, I guess, hold tools in. Help with the shipment process. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this for a minute, make sure we have this set up the correct way. What did we do? So I mean, technically, if he was able to, he would be able to do let's go to 3 and see what that did for 3. So I know that's over here. Yeah, whatever. 2's the same. Yeah, we'll work that out. Alright, anyway. that's kind of where we're at right now. I gotta wait for this to kind of bounce back up because right now we're not making anything, or we're making very little. So yeah, I might let this play for a little bit just to kind of fix this, because that was definitely unexpected and kind of aggravating all at the same time. So we're gonna go with that. And because at this current point in time, I got nothing for you other than that was stupid. So if you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up. Hopefully my computer doesn't, I'm blaming my computer. That was 100% my computer. Yeah, leave a thumbs up, like, comment, all that fun jazz. Next episode, we're going to focus on New Hampshire and Virginia and just forget about the North for a minute because obviously they're full of stupid things. So, until next time, I will catch you later.